Hello everyone, Skits here and welcome to episode 23 of Skyrim Mods Weekly. Today I have 6 mods ready for you, so let's get to them. First one we'll be taking a look at is called Gameplay Performance ENB by Scrabbulor. As you can guess from its name, this mod adds a new ENB preset into the game, whose main goal is to make your game look a lot better without damaging your FPS. And I think that this ENB does it very well. But first let's get over some technical things. It uses ENB series version 0.252 and it is also recommended to have FXAA activated. As you can see on screen right now, this ENB definitely looks a lot better than vanilla, especially when it comes to lighting effects that were created without any additional files, which means that they will not hurt your performance. Now if I compare it to some heavy ENBs like Somber ENB, Lutsepia or Real Vision ENB, this ENB looks worse, but like I said, this ENB is not meant for computers that can handle those ENBs, but for users with low-end computers that still want an ENB in their Skyrim. When I used it on my computer that can handle those before mentioned ENB, it gave me no performance hit and I had a stable 60 FPS, while with those ENBs I only had like maybe 40 FPS. So I think that this ENB can be very good for example video makers like me, or for guys who already have too many mods installed and they know that their Skyrim can't handle big ENB like Sember ENB, but they still want some. And I think that this ENB is great for that because, like I said, the performance is great, while the visuals still look very good, and when I compared it to vanilla, it definitely looked a lot better. Mod is also compatible with climates of Tamriel, pure weathers, realistic lighting overhaul, and of course for vanilla Skyrim. So if you use any of these very popular weather mods, you should be fine. I also use this ENB throughout the whole review, so you don't have to worry about lack of footage. Overall, Martha did a very good job, and if you're looking for a performance-friendly ENB that can still offer you good visuals, then this ENB is perfect for you. Next up we have Snow by ramccoid. This mod textures the blowing snow effects that are seen in Arctic type areas of Skyrim. As you may have noticed, in vanilla game Bethesda mainly used smooth textures for snow blowing effects, so Martha decided to change that. As you can see on comparison shots right now, the new textures look a lot more detailed and realistic. Now you probably won't notice any change in a day because blowing snow effects are hard to see, but when the night settles you will notice the change immediately. Snow just looks a lot more realistic and prettier, and I'll be definitely keeping this mod on. As an extra download, Mod also included Snowflake's retexture mod that looks very good as well. Textures are also available in 4 versions, so even if your computer is low-end, you can still use them. Now I definitely recommend this mod because wind snow blowing effects is something that Bethesda didn't really care about much, and this mod finally fixes it. Moving on, I have a small retexture mod for you called HD Dark Brotherhood Door by KinderBueno. As you can guess from its name, this mod textures Dark Brotherhood's sanctuary doors. Now I don't really have much to say about this mod. On comparison shots you can see the difference between vanilla and modded version, and let me tell you, the modded one looks a lot better. There is also an optional download without the glowing eyes, so that you can still keep the vanilla atmosphere of the doors, while the texture will be high res and good looking. So like I said, this is just a small mod that is a must have because, you know, if you're a Dark Brotherhood member you interact with these doors quite frequently, and you know, just looking at some nice texture at the Brotherhood door will make your trips to Sanctuary a lot better. Now let's take a look at House for Witches and Druids. I fared Heroes by Elianora. Wow, what a name for a house. So this mod adds a new house into the game. You can find it near Riften, right next to Lost Prospector Mine. It is suitable for druids, nature lovers, wannabe brigands, and their dwellers in touch with the Aetherius. Now I fared Heroes is not yet a finished work, and Elianora will still be adding some backstory, keys and all the other stuff her houses include later on. So right now this house is unlocked and you can just freely go inside it. Now as always, Elianora did an amazing job, and again this house is very unique. Even when you look at it from the outside you can see that it has a giant mushroom covering half of the house, and that even the house itself looks very unique. And I really did enjoy the exterior because it just looked different than the other usual houses or mansions has to offer, and I really do like that Elianora always creates some unique houses and unique exteriors and interiors for her mods so that they don't look same like other house mods out there. So first let's take a look at some of the features this house has to offer. First let's go over special features. These special features include Mirror that allows you to change your appearance, similar to Rift and Face Sculptor, disenchanting phone that lets you reset items you have enchanted, and special staff that doesn't lose its enchantment. Some of the general features include customized storage, crap ton of planting soil, lots of workstations for the aspiring alchemists, lots of unique models and textures, tanning rack and wood chopping block, few weapon racks and weapon storage, and it is also an match for followers, and bed gives well rested bonus. Now, since we talked about exteriors, let's move inside. Now here comes another feature I really like, and that is that the exterior size matches the interior as best as you can imagine. Unlike some of the other mansions that just look tiny outside and are very big on the inside, or the opposite way. As always, inside you can find tons of decorated storage. I especially like the spiders hanging in the mushroom place and the Spriggan statue that is right next to the entrance. Now in the main house you can just find all the basic things you need for living, like alchemy labs, the special features, you know, cooking pots, and just all the stuff you would need to live here. And in the mushroom, that is second part of the house, and the big mushroom that I mentioned earlier, you can find more of awesome decorations I mentioned, and also a little study, you could say, and a little bit of storage here and there. As always, amazing job, Elianora, and I'm seriously starting to have trouble with choosing which one of your houses to use as my main house, because every time you release a new mod I just move all of my things there, and when you release another one I have to move it again, and it just goes on and on. So just keep up the amazing work, and I'm looking forward to your next mod. Next up we have Rigmor of Bruma by Rigmor. This mod adds a very unique companion into the game. You can find her south of Falkreath in Agnes hideout. First thing you have to do though is complete the short quest gave to you by Khajiit in Temple of Mara in Riften. That will tell you a small backstory about Rigmor and also show you her location. Now, first thing I have to mention, and what I really love about Rigmor, is that she is not your typical companion created for Skyrim, that she does not have a happy story or is just not generally a very happy person, and she'll just tell you whatever she wants, and she'll, you know, just don't care about you. I especially love her dismiss line. I will play that for you later, and she's just generally very unique. First thing you should probably already notice is her unique look. She doesn't have any of this patchy sky hair, any custom hair, she's just shaved, and she also doesn't have any of the pretty doll face that we usually have on companions, and her face looks actually very lore friendly. While she's also not ugly, and you know, I still think that she's pretty, but still looks realistic and lore friendly. And like I said, she just really fits in, and I definitely could see her included in vanilla game. Now if you want an extended backstory on her, you can find her backstory on the mod page, and let me tell you, it's a really nice reading, so I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so I'll just leave the link for it down in the description, and make sure you go ahead and read it before you start off with Rigmor. Now she's also fully voice acted, and I have to say that the voice acting was pretty good. I really did enjoy it, and I also enjoyed the Khajiit voice acting, that was very good as well. And I'm also looking forward to her quest that will be released, I hope very soon, because I think she has a lot of potential, because she's very unique looking, she has a unique personality, backstory, and like I said, she's not your typical Skyrim companion that you can usually meet. Now when it comes to in-game, she's a custom berserker class, and her strengths are two-handed, block and heavy armor. She comes with basic perks like Barbarian, Juggernaut, Power Bash, Well Fitted, Deep Wounds, Champion Stance, Shield Wall, and will level up alongside the player to level 80. In combat she was also very powerful. She took out 5 Whiterun guards with ease, and she was not even hurt, and she also comes with custom sword that you can actually take from her, and I really did enjoy this sword. I'm not sure if it was just taken from another mod or made specifically for Rigmor, because I think that it looked really good, and even if it was released as standalone, I think it would still be quite popular. So now before I end the Rigmor review, let me just play that line I mentioned earlier.
Do I look bothered? Loser.
As you may have heard, Rigmor has a really unique personality, and she just doesn't give a crap about you, and that's what I actually like about her, that she isn't, like I said, the typical companion that you can meet. So make sure you download her, because I really did enjoy her, and I definitely recommend her. And the last one I have for her is called Kinoko Headgear by Cryptoporus. Now this mod is quite funny, and I really liked it. So this mod adds tons of headgear and accessories for circlet slot and ring slot into your game. You can find them near Hamster's stand, near Banner the Mare, in a small barrel. As you can see on screen right now, these headgears are something you can find easily in Skyrim, but it's not something you would put on your head. So let's just go through a few of them. For example, you can have archery target on your head, or im's tool, or just trees, mud crabs, or I don't know, there are just tons of amazing headgears that just look very funny. And I mean, you can find all those things in Skyrim, but I never thought I would actually put them on my head and just look so badass and funny at the same time. For example, I really enjoyed the mushrooms heads. Those just looked fabulous. There are also some of the popular references like arrow in the knee, or especially my probably favorite one, the sneaking bugs, where you can play as Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Another amazing thing is that these headgears don't take slot for helmet, but instead for circle slot, so you can actually wear them on your helmet or on whatever you want. And you know, just putting this on just makes the game a lot more funnier and enjoyable. And also I forgot to mention, you can also put some things in your head like half-eaten bread, inkwell, or books, or you can just put book on your head and you know, just go and explore these, you know, have fun with them, because I certainly had a lot of fun. These headgears gave a whole new experience to my game, and I'll definitely be keeping them, because you know, these are very lore friendly. You can find all of these in vanilla game, and so I think that everyone should have download these and just have a lot of fun with them like I did. And yeah guys, I guess that's it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Subscribe for more fun in Skyrim and Titanfall content, and I will see you next time.